I was still small when I graduated from high school. I would look at people in those days and think, how could they let themselves get like that, where they were so heavy that they could hardly get around? And then I found myself like that. I really couldn't walk before any more than just around the house a little bit. I physically felt miserable and mentally. My husband had to do basically everything, and I couldn't drive because I was so heavy I couldn't get behind the steering wheel. My husband would say, well, let's go out to dinner. I wouldn't go out to dinner because I felt like everybody was looking at the fat lady. Let's see how much she eats. I have an aunt. She tried to talk me out of it, truthfully. And I was on the phone to her one day and I started crying. And I said, you have no idea what my life is like. I'd lose, but I'd also gain it back. A lot of times I'd sit in the car because I didn't want to embarrass him. You miss out on a lot when you can't get up and down, you can't move. Before the weight loss, I would dust one table in the living room and go sit down for 10 minutes. Then I'd get up and dust another table. It took forever to clean that house. I went to my 5th class reunion and I skipped from the 5th to the 50th. I didn't want anybody to see me. For one thing, if I'd gone back at my heaviest, nobody would have recognized me. But they did recognize me this time because I had lost the 200+ pounds. You want to smile all the time. You look better, you feel better. And he says, you're like a new person. Grandma, she said, 3 years ago, I couldn't get you to go anywhere. And she says, now I call you and you say, sure, pick me up. And I go. I'm walking, I'm going shopping, which can be good and bad. You get to a point in your life where all of your doctors are younger than you are. And you go, oh my God, this kid is going to operate on me. Well, this kid is great. The different hospitals also have age limits. The cutoff for a lot of the hospitals was 65. And thank goodness, St. Bernardine, I made it. The nurses were fantastic, no matter what your age is. You feel secure in knowing that you're in good care. Get the fat off and enjoy your life. I see people like I used to be. I want to go up to them and tell them, you can have a better life. Do it. Do it while you're young and you can still have that life. I wasted 30-some years of my life being fat. To be able to go to my grandson's soccer games, to walk up into the bleachers and not go up the ramp in the wheelchair, that is fantastic. I also have a new little sports car that was a reward for my first 100 pounds lost. I told my husband, if I can fit behind the steering wheel and I can put the seatbelt on, I want this car. I don't hide anymore. Now I've lost 212, I think, and I haven't gained it back. Sometimes I look in the mirror when I'm brushing my teeth and I think, that's really me. Grandma, there's nothing to grab hold of anymore. And I said, yeah, isn't it great? You kind of get hooked on those compliments. You really do.